Welcome to Arresting Normality. My name is Aaron, joined as always with Travis from Howie Games and Cody from Stealing Life. How are you? How is life? Welcome to 2020. You know, it's been a little bit, but hey, you know, it's cool. It's cool. We're all friends here in the new year. It's a new decade. Hopefully we all have big plans for the next 10 years. Nobody plans that far. I don't know why I said that.
I think Iran disagrees with the all friends statement.
But we already talked about like all the best things of the decade in the last episode, but was there any stragglers? Did anyone have any stragglers, like things that really, you know, should have mentioned probably?
I tried to talk about like the least favorite things, but then you guys just kept picking what I was saying as my favorites. So we stopped there.
Well, that's true. Did you want to do a quick least favorites?
Yeah, we can just do a quick thing real quick. It's all the quick.
Okay, Cody's probably got a big list, so we'll start with him.
I really don't. I can't.
We didn't have anything prepared for it.
Yeah, I didn't think about it. I mean, I hate so much stuff that it kind of just goes away.
It all sucks.
It all
Everything's terrible.
blurs together just on what you hate.
Oh, god damn it. There was a movie that I remember being very mad that I watched, but I can't remember what it was now.
Most of them.
No,
The
I was
Joker?
like legitimately pissed. Huh?
The Joker?
No, that was bad, but I knew that was going to be
Besides,
bad.
yeah.
I mean, that was awful, but I don't know. I didn't really have anything ready for things I hated the most.
I will say that I was pleasantly surprised by The Mandalorian with how freaking good that show was.
It,
So good.
Still haven't watched it.
And you know, I have a bunch of expertly nerdy people that I work with too, and yeah, and it's awesome. You know, they're
My
all Star Wars
advisors have
nerds.
told me.
But they're like, you know, it might have seemed kind of kiddish, but if you actually give it a shot, it's pretty good. And watching the Clone Wars, like the animated series,
I love that show.
And apparently it was super good, and it has a lot of really awesome animation and a lot of really nice lore in it too.
It's really good.
And I'm like, okay, well, you know, that's cool. Also, that motherfucker.
That
He was like, oh,
motherfucker.
yeah, he wanted to talk about the new Star Wars movie. I'm like, I haven't seen it yet. Don't freaking give anything. He's like, well, it's not really giving anything away.
Oh.
And then he said something,
Oh, I
and I'm
hate it
like,
when they do that.
That totally
Well,
gave it away.
he's like, well, that gave off a kind of big plot point right there. And he's like, when this character said this, I'm like, you.
Didn't he do that
My
with
sick dad does
Avengers? Didn't he do that with Endgame?
Was this the same guy? Douchey McDouche or something?
No, that was Derek. Derek said that Iron Man dies.
My
and-
stepdad does that all the time.
Yeah.
He'll see a movie first, and I'll tell him, look, I'm going to watch that, so don't say anything. Well, I'm not going to say anything.
Except for this.
But the main character does die at the end. It's like, what? You know, like punch you in the dick.
Punch you right in the dick. Straight there.
I just, no.
Dick punch.
Especially, like, movies are sacred to me.
Yeah.
I love my movies.
Yeah, you're all about the movies.
When Avengers and stuff was coming out, everybody that would see it before me would be like, don't you fucking dare. I will
Some people
murder
just
you
can't
and go to
handle it,
prison.
dude. Some people can't handle it. Like, and
Yeah, they want to explode.
I don't get it.
my favorite was the guy in Hong Kong. Was it Hong Kong?
Oh, yeah.
That came out in a movie
We
theater?
talked about it on here. Didn't
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
we? Yeah.
Well, he deserved that, dude. Fucking deserved it.
Yeah. It's terrible, though. I hate it.
I mean, I guess I could go with Last Jedi as one of the things I hated.
Oh, really?
Yeah, that
Yeah,
pissed me
you
the fuck
you always
off.
bring that one up a little, like
It's so
every now
bad.
and then. You're like, it's just
So,
It was so bad.
I will say, because he's an asshole, one of your biggest qualms, I believe, with Last Jedi is the fact that Luke just kind of disappears.
It's such a bitch move.
It gets fixed.
I saw the movie.
Oh, you've already seen it?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, so is it better?
I liked the movie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
the movie's good.
I think I'm done with Star Wars, though.
Oh, forever?
Yeah.
What about Mandalorian?
That's cool. Like, I'm done with the movies, I think.
Well, there's not anymore, are there?
No, they're going to keep making Star Wars. They were very careful to say that this is the end of the Skywalker saga, not Star Wars.
Ah, okay.
I don't like them because they didn't focus on Skywalker basically at all for any of this, and it's like, yeah, I don't really like the other stuff they're doing. Not the Mandalorian's really good.
See, I'm the other way.
Yeah.
I think I like the other stuff they're doing more.
Yeah.
Like Rogue One was amazing, and Mandalorian's fantastic.
Maybe it's the fact that because they're trying to balance the two is what I'm not enjoying.
Well, there's so much of it, right? Like every Christmas, you got another Star Wars thing coming out. It's like, do we need to see more light swords and fucking laser guns? Like,
I mean, yeah.
Kind of.
And I know I'm being like ridiculous because I'm the audience for that.
Yeah, you are. You
Like-
are nerd incarnate.
But to be fair,
Angry nerd, mind you. But,
I'm not. I was never like the
He's a picky
biggest
nerd.
Star Wars guy.
yeah. You're
I
a Marvel
love
guy.
Star Wars. I like it a lot, but I was never. I'm more of a superhero guy.
Well, the thing is you should like Star Wars now more because Disney owns Star Wars and Disney owns Marvel.
Oh, I think it's much better now that Disney owns it. Like those prequels were fucking god awful.
So would you be happier if Captain America started making his way into Star Wars movies?
No. The second they do crossovers, I'm killing myself. The second they give fucking Captain America a fucking lightsaber, I'm done, dude.
You don't think that would be cool? Like Saptor?
No, that's
What?
stupid.
No, that'd be like sacrilegious.
You know
It'd
what
be
would be my
terrible.
favorite?
His shield is now a fucking lightsaber shield.
No, if his shield could block a lightsaber, but it couldn't block Thanos' sword. They fucking
Thanos
get
had
him.
a sword?
Yeah.
You didn't see the movie.
Oh wait, yeah.
I was
Spoilers.
so confused. Thanos had a sword.
Where did Thanos get a sword?
Oh, the confusion on his face was priceless.
I guess maybe I really should. After
I thought he
maybe-
just had them snapping fingers.
which, you know,
I'm gonna get you with my snapping fingers.
you couldn't actually snap your fingers
fucking
with
idiots.
that gauntlet on.
I mean, he
But,
could because like
No, you couldn't.
well, no, like the only thing that makes a snappy sound is your finger hitting the palm of your hand. So if you hit your fucking palm crazy hard, it'd make a snappy sound. So maybe he just like flexes.
It'd be a clap.
well, he
you talking
clapped the
I was
fucking
laughing too
universe's
hard.
cheeks with that snap. As I tell you that.
You can't. With
With what?
a gauntlet on?
Yeah, you can.
Yeah, you can't.
Why not?
It just make a ting sound instead of a snap.
Yeah, but you're going into a towel. You're not going metal on metal. It's
Right, he had a metal gauntlet. He didn't have
Yeah.
like a satin gauntlet.
But it's metal on metal, not finger on metal.
Then it'd be just like a ting.
That's what I just
It wouldn't
said.
be like a snap.
Yeah, that's what Travis said.
Well, I wasn't listening to Travis. He usually never says anything
Well,
useful.
that's fair.
I always
But I'm
say
guessing
useful things.
since Travis brought this up, he has something.
For
right?
what?
Who?
But you said like the worst things or things you hated.
Oh, yeah, I forgot about that. Actually, and Cody, before this sentence completes, don't start going, oh.
I'm
Okay.
already mad at you.
I know.
Already mad
I know.
at you.
You do that.
What is it?
You do that.
Don't piss me off, Travis. I will fly down there and punch you in the dick.
It's actually
It's pretty cheap. He'd do it.
it's actually everything around and revolving around Fortnite, not Fortnite itself. Let me explain.
Why?
I just hate
Culture.
I hate no, not even the culture of the game. Because I'm guilty of this. I was one of those people, but like, let people have their fun. It's like when Minecraft was popular, people hated on people who hated Minecraft or liked Minecraft.
I'm confused. Are
'Cause
you
it-
against this? Or are you for this?
It turned into popular to hate people for liking Fortnite, and I like it's a game. You know, maybe you don't like the game, maybe you don't like the culture around the game, but let them have
What
their
do you
fun.
hate?
What are you
I'm
talking?
confused.
Because you were like, "Oh, don't be mad at me." And
Yeah.
like, wait,
Well,
Cody
yeah, no, because
likes
Cody-
Fortnite.
I know, but Cody probably would think that I was instantly gonna be like, I hate Fortnite.
Well, yeah, but what do you hate? You're not getting to.
Yeah, no, the hate that Fortnite gets, I guess.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Well, I'm going to get mad about
You
that.
hate.
Yeah, I hate the hate.
also.
Like, because like I don't
I
particularly
agree
care
with
for
that.
Fortnite very
Yeah.
much, but like, and yeah, some of the shit that revolves around it is kind of cringy. But like, let people have their fun. Who cares?
There's
You know?
nothing I hate more, I think, than people that get mad at things just because other people like them. Because I hate a lot of things, but it's not because you like it.
Right.
It's because I think it's dumb. But the people that hated Fortnite and never played Fortnite, but they just hated it because everybody was so into it,
Yeah.
it's like, fucking get over yourself. Fortnite's a fun game. Fuck yourself. If you don't like it, don't play it.
Yeah.
No, that's the thing
you're
is,
mad at
I
people
would
because they're having fun.
Right.
I would say I'm actually even guilty of that a little bit, but like,
Yeah, I yelled at you on this podcast about it.
did you?
Yes, we talked about this.
Right.
I don't remember that. That wasn't a thing.
Before you ever got into it.
That was the thing. Well, I've never was really into it. I just can't get past the building. I hate the building. The building sucks.
Yeah, that's a legitimate thing to be like disinterested for the game for.
Well, now that Apex exists, I can't get back into Fortnite. I still think the game's cool as shit, but the
And
second
it's hilarious.
I have to get in, and it makes me mad because I like it more than Apex, but I like the gameplay better in Apex because I don't want to build. I just don't want to build walls.
No, building
But the
sucks.
game itself is so much more fun. It's so funny. I love the stupid little costumes and the stupid dances and all the stupid guns and.
See, and I don't think
wish
it's any
Apex
more.
was a little more like that.
I don't like the gameplay itself in Fortnite, but just because the building, like I could be kicking your ass, and then all of a sudden you build a fort, and you're 10 stories above me.
Yeah, and they do it so fast.
Yeah.
You shoot them once and they're fucking in
They're
the air
gone.
already.
Yeah,
Yeah. Where'd you go?
they just
I
fold
don't know.
themselves
Would
into
you-
a little box.
Would it still be the same game? Like if you had a mode that didn't have building, like
Yeah, they wouldn't
shoot
do
only? I don't think they would.
They wouldn't, because that's what the game is.
Yeah, that's the whole thing, really.
Yeah.
And I mean, that's fine. People enjoy that, just not for me.
Well, when I didn't have an alternative, I played the shit out of it. And
Oh, yeah.
I got good at the building.
You were pretty good.
I got really good at the building, but the
I was bad at
second
it.
Apex was a thing, I stopped playing it and I went back to Fortnite. I'm like, I can't get into this again.
Yeah.
And it sucks because they do so much cool shit.
A lot of hilarious, fun things.
Well, and then on top of that, they're a bigger
And they have
franchise, so they
lightsabers
get a
now.
lot of fucking cool franchise shit, like Star Wars.
John Wick.
Yep.
Yeah, they
But-
did the Avengers crossover.
Yep,
Mm-hmm.
they
It's
did.
cool as shit. That was when I was
Is
still
Fortnite
playing
owned
it.
by Disney?
No, that's
Certainly
Epic
sounds
Games.
that way.
Epic Games has it.
It does.
It does.
That's the next play. Disney gets into gaming. They're like, okay, we're gonna buy Fortnite.
I would not be surprised.
Yeah.
You know,
God,
and
that would
Epic
be kind of a
Games
big
would
move for them.
probably sell out so fast. They'd be like, yep, take it.
Disney's gonna own everything soon.
It's probably true. Did anyone see that the post that someone did? It's like the Disney's next 50 years explained.
Yeah, yeah, I saw that.
it's-
Like they
it's
start fucking going
ridiculous.
into like this huge rebellion and shit.
Oh, God.
And there's like the Great Disney Wars of 2030 or something like that, because Disney owns the entire planet essentially.
Yeah, they're gonna.
Yeah,
It's gonna
no,
be
that-
Disney and Amazon. That's it.
yeah. I think that was touched on, as a matter of fact.
And it's gonna be Disney's on.
But
Disney's on.
Merge.
Disney wins.
Yeah, they're gonna merge into Disney's on, and it's
Disney's
gonna be amazing.
You know what? You know what?
Enemy.
Actually, that happened this last decade that I miss,
What?
and I haven't seen anymore. The feeding the AIs like scripts and then making them like make them watch 1,000 movies and then they make their own movie.
Oh, I think that died off.
It did, but I love those. We read one of those on here about Trump, didn't we?
Yes, we did.
Yes, we did.
Aaron looks very confused.
I think we had like a mini quake for a second there.
Did we?
Yeah, because it was just like doing that
Oh.
for no reason.
Go look outside. Maybe you guys got oceanfront property now. Ha ha, meme.
Well,
Somebody want to say something?
No. That's the end of the podcast. They got
yeah, okay, yeah, that makes sense. We got 14
Well, I
minutes
mean,
of content.
You did, since we obviously have nothing prepared, you did ask if we had any like stragglers for the whole decade thingy. And, comic books, if I could.
Yeah, absolutely.
The ones I already kind of talked about, but Undiscovered Country it's actually came out at the end of last year, but it is so fucking good. And if anybody's going to go read a goddamn comic book, please read that book
Yeah.
and support comic books.
Yeah.
How
Go to the
popular
comic
are
store.
comic books anymore? Like, I just you're the only person that
Fairly.
I know
Yeah.
that like really reads them. You know.
So, for a little bit of comparison, there out of the 9 employees we have, 3 of myself included, we'd have 4 people who read comic books,
Which
on
is
the
totally cool.
pseudo regular.
That's
Totally cool.
Because Derek reads comic books, Josh reads comic books, and Ken reads comic
But
books.
then on the flip side of that, at my store, of the like 19 people, I'm the only one.
Yeah,
So
yeah, maybe. maybe is it me talking into it?
Yeah, I think you're bumping into it.
I don't remember touching it, though.
I think you bumped into it.
It's an earthquake. It's Aaron's bumping into it.
I mean, they're fairly popular. They're not, they're not
Earthquakes?
dying, but the movies definitely helped.
Yeah,
no
that was
kidding.
definitely a resurgence of the superhero.
Yeah, but even then, like, the movies helped, but people still, I love superheroes, but they only watch the movies.
Right.
And they don't go in, and like, people got so mad when they thought Spider-Man was going to end with the MCU and shit. And they're like, oh no, I want to see more Spider-Man. It's like, well, you could go pick up a comic.
Right.
Like, if you really want to see like more of these stories, they still make them.
Right.
Go to the comic book store, but there's
I
a
think
reason
it's
why comic book stores
people
aren't
just
around.
really fell in love with Tom Holland being Spider-Man was more of the issue there.
Well, no, it's just I think it's just the superhero movies in general. They love those movies,
Yeah.
and then they get all into it, and they think that they're like, oh yeah, I'm a superhero guy. But have you ever supported a comic book where it comes from?
Mm-hmm.
Like, support the source material, and maybe you'll get more shit that you actually like.
Right. Generally, the source material is better than any of the movies, too. So
Yeah, I mean, I love those movies, but there's years and years of stories that you can go read if you want. You want to see the one that they were gonna make about the Sinister Six. Guess what? It was a comic book, so go read that one, and you'll get to see what was gonna happen.
yeah.
Because people are pissed that they never made the Sinister Six one, which I guess they're gonna do now.
Because
But-
people were like, yeah.
But just go read it. Like, I've already read the Sinister Six thing.
What
and
is
it
the
was awesome.
Sinister Sticks? The Sinister
Fucking stroke. What is this?
I'm sorry. I started drinking a little early.
Jesus Christ.
That was great. Okay.
I don't know.
what
When
is
you say the
Six?
Sinister Six, I just think of Evil from SpongeBob.
Oh, well, that's what it was kind of a ripoff of.
Every villain is lemons.
That's every villain is lemons. I love that. That's kind of what that was a ripoff of, though. It's the 6 villains from Spider-Man
Oh, the Spider-Man.
Oh.
when they join together and become the Sinister Six, and it's awesome. It's a great storyline. It's really fun, and it would make a badass movie if they ever actually do it.
Does Spider-Man have friends that come help him fight?
Tell me that's not
Every
cool.
villain
That
is
is
lemons?
cool. Does Spider-Man have friends? Well, Spider-Man does have some friends, but a lot of times he does it on his own.
Yeah.
Yeah, but 6 of them, like, he gets his ass kicked by, like, one of them fairly regularly. I mean, so...
Yeah, but he's crafty.
Eh.
He does a lot of... What I love about Spider-Man is he does a lot of, like, throwing bad guys into each other, which I always found funny, because he'll, like, web them up and then, like, whip them into each other's faces. And I think that's just a really good way to fight people.
I mean,
Just
yeah.
use their
That is
bodies,
a pretty
beat
good
them
way
with
of
each
doing
other's
it.
bodies.
But, like, the point is, like, go... I think nobody really supports that shit anymore. That's why comic books are always struggling. Like,
Yeah.
I go to this one out here, and I talk to him, the guy that owns it, and he tells me how, tough it is all the time. They're barely scraping by all the time. And it's because people they don't really do it.
I hate that.
His big seller is D&D shit. And it's like, that's cool,
That is
but he's a
cool.
comic book store.
Mhm.
Like...
Well, I mean, it's
And you could see
like
that
card
he's trying to
games.
like branch out too as much as he can.
Well, he took a lot of the money out of the comic book side and put it more into that, which makes me sad because, like, I am one of 4 people, I guess, that go and actually get the comics.
Support your damn comic book stores,
Please,
people.
like, do it. If you want more of these stupid fucking movies, they need to keep making comics.
Hey, I usually
Yeah.
go
So
buy.
support the comics.
I usually go buy Yu-Gi-Oh cards from my comic book store, so it's supporting them.
That's cool.
Good, yeah. Go
Yeah.
to the comic book store.
Jess just bought me for Christmas, as a matter of fact,
A comic book store.
a whole store. The Gunslinger Dark Tower, the entire series,
Oh, that's
all of it
cool.
in hardback.
That's so fucking cool, dude.
I haven't read it yet, but I'm super. Well, I mean, I already know the story, but I'm really excited because I haven't actually read the Gunslinger in over 10 years.
And that comic series they go into way more detail.
Oh, I bet they do, because they were guided by Stephen King, weren't they?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
That's freaking awesome. Because I know that because he wrote that book back in the 70s, so because he's progressed that series so much and taken it so far, he understands exactly how that book probably should have went at this point in time. So he's kind of retconning some things and fixing some things. But I bet it's like fucking so good.
Well, and there's a lot of really good stuff now coming from comics. Like, I don't know if you guys don't watch things, but The Boys, the Amazon show.
Oh yeah. I've heard about it.
Absolutely phenomenal. And I'm guilty of not knowing that was a comic book.
Really?
I watched it on Amazon and just thought it was really clever. And I was like, wow, this is really good. It's like a comic book.
It's just like a comic book.
And then I went to talk to George at the comic shop about it. And he was like, you know that was based on a comic book, right? I'm like, oh, fuck. Okay, so I have to buy that now. And a lot of really good shit, like Lock and Key is about to come out.
That sounds familiar.
That's a comic series. It's, oh, fuck. Who did it? It's somebody that I'm going to punch myself in the face because of. But that's about to come out on Netflix, I think, and that was a comic book series. Like, there's a lot of shows and movies that come out that people don't even realize came from the comics.
Yeah.
And it's just, it makes me sad because I love them so much.
I'm trying to think of how we could like legitimately get more people to be into comic books without like, because there's a lot of people who support nerd culture but don't get it. Like, a lot of the gaming people should really get into comic books.
For some reason, oh, go ahead, Trev.
I think it's tech has a lot to do with that. Like, why would I go to a comic book store to purchase a book when I can just read shit online? You know, like.
Yeah, no one reads comic books online.
A lot of people do.
Really?
Yeah, that's true.
That's weird.
Yeah, he's right about that.
You know, and that's the thing is, like, even myself,
See,
I'm looked
I
at
was gonna
as
punch myself in the face.
What was it?
It's Joe Hill.
No, really?
Mm-hmm. You know who that is, right?
You've talked about him, yeah.
That's Stephen King's son.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and it's his comic series because he has his own comic book publishing company.
That's funny.
And that's about to be made into a show. But anyways, go ahead, Trev.
Yeah, but like, I don't know. Even myself, I'm looked at as weird because I have a ton of physical copies of old games, right? You know, and new games. People are like, "Why do you still like the physical copy? Just download it, Geek Forehead." And I'm like, because I like having the artwork and something physical to look at, and I'm actually on the minority side of that now. You know?
Yeah, well, you definitely are.
Yeah,
and that is a big part of it. That because I do know a couple people that are really into comics, and I talk to them about them. And I ask them like, "Oh, so do you go down to Hypno or whatever?" "Oh no, I get them on my phone."
yeah.
I was like, "Oh, but don't you want comic book stores to exist? Like, don't you like having something? You're paying for the digital download that you can never get anything out of either."
Same amp, different color.
God damn it.
Well, and I guess it comes
cool.
down to the collector versus the enthusiast. You know, like, you don't have to be a collector to enjoy something, I guess.
Well, that's a good point. And I guess it kind of makes it actually better for the collector, I guess, that a lot of people aren't getting them because they do make them a little more rare.
Yes.
Right.
Except for, you would think at some point in time they'll become so irrelevant that they'll lose all their value.
Yeah, but the old ones never will, I don't think.
I don't know.
There's always going to be somebody that appreciates the really old ones. Maybe they won't be, you know, like, what was it? Daredevil versus Hitler $1 million copy. Maybe it won't be that crazy. You know,
I don't think those ones will really go down much. Like, Hulk 181's not losing its value.
No.
It's just, that comic is too important. I don't think it's going to lose its value, especially with the movies and shit. But the newer ones, definitely. Mm-hmm. Like, you see it, a new #1 comes out, and it's badass, and it's worth like $20.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. You know, like,
which, I mean, I guess is a lot for a comic book, right?
No, not really. I mean, yeah, but no. Like,
well, how
like,
much is a brand new comic book usually?
A brand new one, like $4, $5.
Yeah, so a brand new one being at $20 is kind of, you know, that's up there.
Yeah, kind of, but it just doesn't have the same
weight.
I don't know. It doesn't carry the same relevance that they used to, I guess.
Yeah.
Like, a new #1 with a new character will come out and everybody will love it, but it just, nobody really cares about the book. And it kind of sucks.
Well,
like
yeah,
Undiscovered Country, nobody cares about that. But
I
it's
think
amazing.
that's just again the people aren't into the physical collecting as much as they were.
Yeah.
I almost wonder if it's just one of those things, like it's a medium for entertainment that is just
Past
gone,
its time.
Yeah, just the same way that CDs are
Cody's
dead,
getting sad right now.
Yeah, and it's because it's probably kind of true.
It is. No, you're right. I am sad though.
Well, and that's what sucks about being like in the time frame that we are is
being old.
Yeah. Well, I mean, old but not old enough, I guess, because we're in the time frame where like those things are still relevant and cool, just not in the way that we like.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like
I'm
video
sad
games.
now. Can we end the podcast?
Cody's depressed. We've only done 30 minutes.
This was a dumb conversation. I just want people to give a shit about things.
Yeah. No, I totally agree.
This is a depressing episode. I'm glad we had fun on the
people
last
do.
one.
to the new decade.
It's all
Nobody
shit.
likes anything.
Nobody
Everything
actually
sucks.
cares. They just
Nobody cares
digest
about
the
anything.
information and throw it over their goddamn shoulder.
Yeah, I'm having a sad day today. Because I started it out with Aaron, like, nobody cares about their fucking presentation anymore in music either.
Yep.
I was complaining about that. Like, nobody gives a shit anymore. It's all the same fucking regurgitated garbage every 10 seconds. And now I sound like an emo bitch and I hate myself for it.
Cody's like, look at all these people conforming. And,
I wish they would conform to read more comic books. Motherfuckers.
Well, and
Support the fucking shop.
I don't know. I think people care about it just as much, just in a different way that you don't think is the same as what you want it to be,
They're supporting the characters just through the movies and not the comic book.
Yeah, but Disney doesn't need the support as much as the comic store does.
That's pretty true.
Well, and that's the thing is
Disney's
like
okay.
the people who make the comic book are still getting support because people buy them online and read them online. It's just they're not getting support to the comic book store because there's no need for a comic physical book.
Yeah, but like how long until physical comic books are gone? That's gonna make me sad.
Well, and that's the thing. That's
especially
sounds like it's an inevitability, really, as how we're talking
it
about.
It kind of is, especially when we have like so many people who are like world conscious and comic books are a lot of paper.
Oh, fuck trees. We got plenty of trees.
Well, maybe if the whole 20 million trees things actually goes through really well,
No, he did it, didn't he? He planted those.
Yeah.
Mr. Beast
We did. Well, it wasn't just Mr. Beast.
No, it was all Mr. Beast.
Oh my god, Travis.
Mr. Beast.
Okay.
I love Mr. Beast.
Trying to break into song, apparently.
What were you gonna say?
I was basically just going to say that if we can actually start paying attention to our renewable resources, like trees, for instance, we'd probably be okay, and the guitar industry would be a lot happier too, because we make a lot of guitars and they're made out of a fuckload of trees.
It's just, I don't think that the world conscious thing is an issue. I don't think people are like, I won't get a comic book because of trees.
Well, no, I wasn't saying that, but like physically making comic books will continually go in the more expensive direction.
Yeah. I also think people they look at them as like kid shit.
That's always been the case, though. That has always been the case. That's never changed.
I don't get it.
Well, even when they were kind of kid stories, people appreciated them for what they were.
But they're really not anymore.
Not anymore. No, they've had to kind of go more of the adult direction because we're the only ones who care anymore.
I mean, yeah.
Yeah, and it's the same thing of when I tell people I play Yu-Gi-Oh, right?
Except for Yu-Gi-Oh's actually kind of pointless at this point.
Yeah.
It's a fun
card game. No, it is. Dude, I played for a long time and I love that game. I do. The only card game that's relevant and will stay relevant is Magic.
I hate
it's the only one. Yeah.
It's just so slow. It's a slow game.
He's right, though.
Yeah.
No, he is right. I hate it, but he's right.
Yeah.
But it's slow.
I don't really want to get it. I'd never get into Magic. The game is way too big and complicated at this point in time anyway.
And you know what makes me really mad about people that play Magic? They are so full of themselves, dude. I remember one time I went into this fucking card shop because I heard that they had comics there. This was before we had Hypno. I went into this card shop and I asked.
Was it Anth? I bet you it was Anth's card shop.
No.
No, was it out here?
Yeah, it was out here. It wasn't that.
Oh,
one.
was it?
Are you
Was
sure?
it? Oh,
Yes.
what was it? Like Sly Cats? It was really a long time ago.
No. It was called like the Weary Traveler or something.
Oh.
Oh,
Yeah,
that was
no.
Michelle's. That was Sean Fuqua's sister's card shop thing.
Somebody's.
Shut it.
But somebody told me they had comics there.
Shut it!
So,
Shut it!
God damn it, you guys. So, anywho, I walk into the card shop, right?
With shut
God
it.
damn,
Shelley.
okay.
Okay, no, I'm done. I'm done. I'm done. No, you can't be done because I'm done. No, I'm done first. Nope.
The thing is, as soon as I start, you're going to do it again.
I promise you I won't.
No.
Scout's honor.
I promise
I was
you
a
won't.
scout.
I promise you he won't.
So,
You ass.
so I walk into the card shop.
It's so hard right now. It's so hard. I have to restrain myself.
Okay, no, I'm done. What are we going to talk about?
We didn't do anything. We
You
didn't do
covered
it.
your face.
I was like,
You covered your mouth.
I was promising.
Which was just as bad as doing it. No, it's over now. I forgot the story.
No,
CT.
no, it's okay.
No, my brain broke.
You walked in the card shop. It was called Sly Comics.
It was, no.
The Weary Traveler.
I'm sorry.
It was like the Weary Traveler.
the Weary Traveler. He wasn't the Sly Traveler.
Which, like, but I walk up to the counter and I ask the nice person behind
Shelley.
the counter.
No, you asshole.
Okay, I'm done. That was it.
If they had comic books, and the look of disgust that crossed their faces,
What?
and then everybody playing Magic at the
They all
table
stopped?
just all turn and look at me like I'm an asshole.
What?
And they were just like, no, we don't have comics here. I was like,
Wow.
okay, I'm the nerd. I'm the nerd because you guys are playing your fucking Witch in the Dungeon and fucking bullshit like that.
Right.
3-footed toad. Like, they're playing Magic.
It's a large toad. Just, you know.
That's the shit they were playing. And they're so shitty about it. They sit there at their table because I overheard them when I walked in. And they're like, oh, yeah, well, I'm going to play the fucking Witch of the Eastbrook. And I'm going to zap your wizard to hell. And it's like, I'm the nerd. I'm the asshole because I want to read about Spider-Man.
It's so funny too because I
true.
totally know those people. We were kind of those people when we were playing Yu-Gi-Oh back in the day too, because you get so far into it and you get really competitive, right? And you get so deep into this shit, where you're like every single rule is scrutinized beyond hell, like you remember that, Trav.
Rule
Like
sharking.
every single thing is like, oh yeah, no, that can't do that because it says this and this way and has this word
There's
right
a
there. And
semicolon, so it means
yeah,
that.
dude, seriously, sometimes entire games were decided on a fucking semicolon. I swear to God.
It makes me hate everything.
And it was bad. We were shitty about it, too.
I just don't get the judgment. They were so judgy of me because I wanted to read Spider-Man.
Okay, I don't
almost
think
wonder
Yu-Gi-Oh
if
was
it was
quite
one of
like
those
that.
things. Well, I almost wonder if it's like a lot of people came in there asking if there was comics and they were getting tired of it. It's like, no, we don't have comics.
Well, and after the disgust left their face, they gave me a card of a guy that like does sell comics or whatever, which was cool. But I was like, I feel like shitty now. Why are you making me feel shitty?
Hardcore judgment. Yeah.
It's like I walked into a high class business and asked for fucking them to shit in my mouth.
Excuse me, may I have a Budweiser?
Yeah, like
Yeah, walk
What?
into a
You're
fucking
playing Magic.
steakhouse. Can I have a double cheeseburger?
yeah, I didn't do that. Like, you're playing Magic. I figured comic books and Magic are both nerdy things.
Okay, to be
'Cause-
fair though, Aaron, Magic players have always been shitty about other games. They
That's
always
probably true.
Yeah, I never noticed that with people that play Yu-Gi-Oh.
Yeah,
Because I was
when-
around you guys and I was around that shop from time to time, and everybody was really cool about it.
Yeah, I think me and Trav probably wouldn't have gone there if they were about it, though. So there probably is some people.
Oh, I'm sure that there's some of every type. But
I don't know. Anth
'Cause,
was
yeah.
pretty snobby himself. Like, he was cool, but
He
he
was.
pretty fucking snobby. Like,
I have a 3-footed toad, do you?
Do you have a 3-footed toad?
until we started whipping his ass, then he started not being so snobby.
I know he straight up quit. when
They're such bitches too.
Yeah.
Why are they such bitches?
I don't know. But when me and Trav started to get pretty good, and where it was usually Trav who was winning most of the tournaments, but I was up there also.
It was usually me, Corey, and
third.
Aaron, like first, second, and third. Is usually how it would go.
And he would just stop playing.
I did. Yeah.
Wow, that's.
Yeah, you did cheat a couple of times. Probably more than I even knew.
No, there was a few times where I'd get salty and I'm like, you know what, I'm fucking cheating. But, for the most part, I didn't cheat.
I love that. Hey, if you're not cheating, you're not trying.
Yeah, like you got to try it.
I agree.
So you couldn't do that nowadays, because if I even suspected cheating, I just put a GoPro in front of the whole match and fucking. And I'm like, all right, well, I'm going to check the tapes, and if you cheat, I'm going to fucking destroy your stupid face.
I'm going to burn your neck.
I don't think the people that play Magic at the comic shop now do that, though.
Yeah, they're probably pretty cool.
Because they play Magic there, but like they're in a comic shop, so I don't think they can turn their nose up at comics.
Right.
That's true.
Yeah. But people try to talk to me at the comic shop about Magic, and I'm always so confused.
Right.
Because I guess they assume that I play since I'm in the comic shop because nobody's there to read comics.
Right.
And realistically, Aaron, like I
Sucks.
learned a little bit how to play Magic. That game's actually like exceedingly simple compared to Yu-Gi-Oh! Like that game is overly simplified.
I mean, you're probably just hearing the very, very basics.
No, I actually learned how to play. Like I downloaded the game because there's a free Magic the Gathering game, and a lot of my guildies were into it, and they're like, "Come play with us," and I was like, "Okay."
Let me put it to you this way.
Yeah.
There was just recently a video that I saw that you could make a working computer that runs and is tournament legal that works on the field. A working computer through cards. It's one of the most complicated things I've ever seen in my entire life. And it's also so far beyond my understanding that I couldn't explain it to you or even begin to. But you could literally use this like computer to do like 2 + 2 and it would give you the correct answer through monsters and spells and lands and everything else through a 60 card tournament legal deck.
Why does that make me angry?
It's
that kind of makes
absolutely
me angry too.
ridiculous.
Yeah, it makes me mad.
It is unfucking believable. But it's if you wanted to see something on it, it's Veritasium's newest video, and it's absolutely ridiculous. Just ridiculous.
So, in summary, Magic's dumb.
It's
Yeah. I think that's where we're at.
Incredibly complicated.
But I guess my problem with it is just more the people, not the game.
Yeah.
But that's true with anything. There's toxic people in every fucking thing.
Oh, yeah.
And I hate using the word toxic because it's so overused, but it is true.
Toxic is toxic.
Go to the comic book store there. That's where all that came from.
I'm a touch on something real quick because we're talking about stupid things. So World War III, guys.
Oh, God.
Guys, World War III. Have you seen all the memes?
Yeah.
All the memes.
Is that because of the thing in Iran? Is that why?
It is.
Oh.
Can you guess how mad it's making me?
So my immediate answer for anyone who says, do you think we're going to World War III? And I'm like, no, of course not. And the reason for that is Germany's not involved. Because I mean,
they have to get involved.
Yes. I mean, they were the main source of 1 and 2.
Yeah.
You can't have, part 3 without, the original contender, right?
The original contender.
I'm gonna, I just picture Aaron sitting there in the morning looking at his phone and the news comes through and fuck it, it's like Germany's angry. Aaron's like, shit, we're going to World War III.
Oh, yep. That'd be it. Like, seriously, if Germany just out of nowhere is just like, hey, well, fuck it, gets all mad and starts sending troops over somewhere and they start mobilizing. I'm like, okay, yeah, maybe it is going to be a World War III.
That's as much line to say. Here comes Germany.
Sorry,
everybody's fucked.
But Iran does not have the forces to produce a world war. It's just another armed conflict that we've been in for years and years.
Why is everybody getting like so apologetic about it? That's my question.
What do you mean?
Like every time I'm on Facebook, I see these things like, I'm sorry, we're sorry, Iran, our president's terrible, please don't kill us all.
Trump.
Yeah, obviously.
You hate Trump?
Yeah.
So you go complete opposite of whatever he does.
Yep. So anything, yeah.
That's dumb.
That's all it is.
And everyone's like, yeah.
We've talked about this 8,000 times. You have to be on one side or the other. You can't be in the middle.
But I didn't think that's what that was about.
That's what it is, yeah. Also, people don't want to go to war.
Yeah,
Well, no, nobody wants to go to war, but realistically, looking at the guy who died, he was not a great dude. So
He was a horrible. He was like the president of Iran or something like that.
He was
a general.
Yeah.
General.
Yeah. It's still, though, like, just blowing a dude up isn't the best way to go about things. But, I mean,
we've done it a
sometimes you
lot.
gotta do it.
Yeah.
And I get it, but...
I mean, if we just blew Hitler up, that would have saved us a lot of problems.
I mean, you're not wrong.
I mean, if we had drones back then,
right?
It probably would have happened.
The thing is I bet you that if we like asked like Iranian people, like, hey, are you mad or are you happy that dude's dead? And they'd probably be like, I mean, I don't care, but it's probably not.
Iran government's fucking pissed. Though.
I'm sure they are.
And they already like threatened, you know, the big boastful evil people, which they're only evil because they're not us. Yeah. But they were like, we will retaliate with vengeance and blargagarg.
Blargagarg.
A lot of blargagarg. So get ready for your blargagarg. Get your blargagarg blarkers up.
You got to get your blargahergadargans up.
Yeah, got to get your blargagarg.
Yeah, I think it's dumb and it makes me angry. But what makes me more angry is all the fucking memes about it. Stop. Okay, sorry. None of you are funny. None of you. And you're not original. You didn't come up with it. It's somebody else's joke. 8 million people have made it before you. So when you think about posting it on Facebook, just know you're an asshole and you're not fucking funny. There, I'm done.
Yeah, and if you used Reddit at any point in time, it's awful right now. It's the most useless platform of all of them. Because if I go on there, at least, and this is a real metric, at least 90% of everything on there is World War III memes.
Oh, yeah, I know it's trending on Twitter.
It's just you're not clever.
You
didn't come up with it.
It's the worst. And everyone's just jumping on the train.
I fucking hate it. I hate the people that just jump on trends and...
Blurgahergadurgaberg.
See, and
that just popped up.
I just hate it. I just hate it all. It's... Come up with a joke.
Oh, fuck you, Reverb.
Come up with your own idea. Like...
Reverb just sent me an email.
God damn it, Aaron.
They're just like, hey, by the way...
Cody, like... Do you just hate popular memes?
It's not funny.
Some of them are funny, though, and you're just like, no, fuck that.
Because everybody reuses them and reuses them to the point where it's not funny. It's derivative and it's annoying, and everybody thinks they're so fucking clever.
Every meme is derivative.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie, that's kind of the point.
Well, yeah, but everybody thinks they're so clever because they feel so proud when they hit that fucking send button. Oh, I did okay, boomer. I'm so funny. It's like you're not, though, because 8 million people before you did it.
You want to see a legitimately good meme, though?
No, I want to punch you in the face.
No, it's a legitimately good meme. Okay. Like, no doubts whatsoever.
I don't think he likes memes. I think that's just popular memes Cody does not like.
Okay, that's
good. Yeah.
I like that one.
Okay, so it's a podcast. Now I got to see this.
Okay, that was funny.
Are you gonna put it in?
That's cheating, though. You can't put a cat in something. If you put a cat in something, I like it. Like if all these World War III memes had cats in it, I'd probably be okay with it.
I'd be a little bit more okay with them.
I like cats. I don't know, and I'm probably just being an asshole, but it's so annoying.
I don't know if there's much probably in there.
So much as you are.
Yeah.
I did just send that meme to you in the podcast, by the way.
Oh, you said it on Facebook.
Yeah.
Okay. I gotta hit the load button and connect to the internet.
You know what's funny?
God damn it! Are we just having meme show and tell? No, because it makes me angry.
I just wanted to pop onto Reddit and see, but now there's nothing. Oh. It's like everyone got tired of it. And it's like, no, fuck it, I'm done.
Well, that's also the trend.
Yeah.
You care about something for a week and then it's not cool anymore.
Right.
When are we gonna play D&D?
This was only a couple of days.
When are we gonna play D&D? We need to play D&D.
Honestly, we should. Probably never. Me, at least.
You don't want to?
Probably not.
You should try it.
What if we did like Roll20? You have a computer you can use.
Yeah, but like effort.
fucking hate.
It's not.
Yes, it is.
It's really not.
No, it is
it's
though.
So stupid.
But it is though. It's good.
Okay, can somebody have something to talk about so that we get Aaron off meme
I'm sorry.
show and tell?
I'm just checking Reddit
Meme
to
show.
see what's going on here.
Travis, tell us a story.
Okay.
Did you guys see the
Fuck you, Travis.
did you see they just premiered the PS5 logo?
Yeah,
The
you
logo
see it?
or the
Yeah.
actual
Yeah, the logo.
thing? I haven't.
The logo.
Yeah,
the
I saw
logo.
I saw it.
Is it like a
It's
penis
just-
with a
it's-
5 next to
No,
it? It's like
it's
penis
the
5?
PS3 logo with a 5.
Yep.
It's exactly the same.
Yeah.
I'm like, you could have thought about doing
Yeah,
something
but
a
who
little
cares
different.
About a logo, though?
They-
Do you care?
Nah,
I mean, kind of.
Do you?
Yeah,
Why?
a little
Oh,
bit.
okay.
I mean,
mean,
Xbox
why-
has
yeah,
gone
I
with the
agree,
giant
why?
X. Yeah, like
Because I would want them to give a little more thought to every part of it.
I'd rather the system was good than the
Yeah,
logo was
you're-
cool.
Right, but
You're being
it's kind
silly.
of an inclination as to like, well, if you didn't really care about that part, what other
I
parts
don't
did
think
you not?
that's true at all.
I think it is.
I don't think so.
Why
Yeah,
would you slump off on something that's
But they haven't made a bad system.
well, yeah.
well, no, actually, yeah, no. PS2 was pretty great. PS3 was really great. PS4 was.
They were all good.
The worst one you could possibly say is PS3. That's the only one because
But PS3 was cool.
it was super
liked
cool, especially with the original version of it being completely backwards compatible. Speaking of which,
It's supposed to be.
everyone fucking saying that the PS5 is going to be entirely backwards compatible, you guys are fucking wrong.
That's what they're saying. I don't believe it. I don't think it's going to be backwards compatible at all. I won't believe it until I have one in my possession.
I think that it might be backwards compatible for PS4.
Which would be a very good idea.
It'd be cool, right? But people are saying, oh yeah, it's going all the way back to PS1. I'm telling you, that's not possible.
That would take a lot of software.
Yeah.
The only way they've ever been able to do it is with hardware emulation, which is what they did with PS3, and it was extremely
Basically
expensive.
just building the thing into the thing.
Exactly.
Like,
That's why the
it's-
PS3 was so expensive at launch, because it
don't-
was actually backwards compatible.
I don't get the appeal of backwards compatibility. I
Yeah.
don't.
I like the old systems. If I wanted to play PS1 games, I'll get my PS1 out. And most
Exactly.
people who care about PS1 games have a PS1.
Exactly. Like, I love PS2 games.
Yep, I actually
have a PS2.
played Final Fantasy 9 on my PS1 not too long ago.
Yeah.
I was playing NFL Street on my PS2 like a
Nice.
month ago. It's,
I still don't have
mean,
a PS2. I need one.
Oh, yeah, you should get one.
Yeah.
It's
Mhm.
just, I don't get it. The people that say they care, if you cared, just get a fucking PS2. It's like $50.
Yeah, they're so cheap.
Like, it's not hard to get one.
Mm-hmm.
And like, if you're anything like us, you probably have a stack of games already for the PS2 or
Mm-hmm.
3 or whatever you like.
We're in the minority of that now, though. Like I said, physical copies. Another
Again,
thing.
yeah, just don't make me sad again.
We're not that minority
I'm
though,
dying.
because I'm telling you, like at least as far as at least as far as video gaming is concerned. Like I know that even Derek has a PS2 and a PS3. Josh has a PS1 and a PS2, and like
I don't know who that is. I'm just making noises.
he's actually a really cool dude, and he is
Completely.
an actual comic book guy, just like Ken, an actual comic book person.
not a fakey faker.
Completely serious
Like
question, though. How old are they?
Josh is 19 and Ken is 55.
Okay, you know what? There you go. You did it. That ended my argument.
Which, by the way, though, Ken, cool as shit, dude.
Oh yeah.
Cool as shit. He was
Cool,
telling
dude.
me, no one's going to care about this but me, but he told me that he bought, I think he was saying Hulk 181 off the rack. He bought like 10 of them and sold them. I was like, oh my God, to be able to be there when that book was on the rack just makes me like want to shit my pants.
Right.
That's so fucking cool. And he was telling me Wolverine #1, fucking he got that off the rack. It's like, oh, you're so cool for being there in those moments.
Like, do you think that it was like a big moment back then?
No.
Well, no, it was similar to now. Like, it was a big moment to him because he cared.
Right.
Like, just like when I go and I get the new whatever, it's cool. I'm like, oh, this is awesome. I love this. But the difference is that those held relevancy throughout time.
Right.
And the ones now I don't think will.
There's I contend that it probably will have still a couple of one-offs that will be important in the future.
Oh, yeah.
But
yeah, like the Walking Dead one that just came out a little while ago. Like I flipped that 2 weeks after it came out for like $60.
Mm-hmm.
That one's gonna hold a little bit, but you know that's so rare now. To where before, I mean, there was a lot of them.
Yeah.
Like you go look at comics that came out in the 80s, and a bunch of them are worth stupid money now.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. That was just really cool, but that's not what we're talking about now. Sorry. I just wanted to appreciate how cool Ken is.
Right. Ken is fucking awesome.
He's awesome, yeah.
Ken, if you listen to the podcast, you're
Which
pretty
he
fucking
doesn't.
cool.
He doesn't.
Well, good. Now he's even cooler.
Just
Our
playing this
podcast
part.
sucks.
Right. Hey, Ken, we do a podcast, and I don't even think he knows I do a podcast.
Yeah, you should tell him. He might be interested.
He might be.
He'd be like, Ken, we talked about you on my podcast. He's like, you have a fucking
It's like
podcast.
we literally spent probably 5 minutes talking about how
This
cool
is
you
also
are.
like the third time I've brought up Ken on the podcast, I think. Because Ken's
I
cool
don't
as
even.
shit.
He
I don't
is.
even know Ken. He's cool though. What a
He's
Yeah,
a-
he's cool as fuck.
He's a Japanese dude who was born in Hawaii and is a comic
to the
book nerd,
Kincast.
and he I know we're just like he's a celebrity in our eyes, and he's a stand-up comedian, actually a real
A
stand-up
working
comedian.
stand-up comedian.
Oh wow.
He actually
Like,
just played a show not that long ago.
Yeah.
So does
He's
he
cool as
work
fuck.
at the pawn shop with you? Is that know?
Yep, he sure does,
Oh, that's cool.
and he is an excellent salesman. Excellent.
Yeah. And I knew he was like a legit comic guy as soon as I told him that Wolverine was like my favorite character. He's like, "Oh, you're looking for your Holy Grail 181?" I was like, "Oh yeah, you know your shit!" Like instantly.
On top of that, the dude owns an AK-47 and a tiny pink 380, like
That's cool as
Smith
shit.
and Wesson
See,
380.
that's what I like.
Like
The tiny pink one.
it's so amazing. Like for him to have like, and he has one of those. It's called a shockwave grip shotgun, but basically it's a one arm shotgun where you like it's pistol grip. It has no back on it, and it just looks like that's weird.
That's cool.
And he likes that.
Fuck
thing.
your wrist up.
Yeah.
Right.
So he's awesome.
Yeah.
But anyways, we were talking about PS5, right?
Yes.
You're really that worried about the logo not being cool?
I don't. Yeah, I know. I
Okay,
disagree.
it can be indicative of the quality, right? If they missed something as far as a logo is concerned, right? What other things could they have conceivably overlooked?
I mean, it's a logo, though. I don't think they're like, they sit down, okay, guys, PS5, what are we putting in it? And the first thing on the docket is logo?
They have a graphic design section that's all about it, right? And they have an entire section specifically designated to that logo. And the only thing they come up with is just like, oh yeah, let's use the PS3 one and switch it to 5.
Logo, though? Like, what
Pretty
did you want to
far.
see them do?
I don't know, but if you've seen the way that the Apple logo has evolved over the years, like it's gotten consistently kind of
But
cooler,
what was
you
the
know?
PS4 logo?
The PS4, I don't even remember.
Exactly. The
I mean-
logos were never like a...
Do you remember the original PS1 logo?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's fucking great.
Yeah.
It's fucking
But after
great.
that, the PS2, PS3, PS4
The
logos...
PS2 one was very memorable for me also.
Was it? What was it?
Yeah, it was black and it had the color on the underside of it like that.
Okay. Wasn't it just like the same thing, though?
It was similar.
Yeah.
But it
Well,
was...
you know what? They're actually being really smart then because they're throwing back for nostalgia.
Yeah.
And
Yeah,
nostalgia
I guess
sells like
that is-
hotcakes right now.
What was the PS4 logo?
We have like...
Was it the same as the PS3? It was just with a 4?
I thought it was. Because I don't remember
Hold
at
on.
all. Because I don't care about logos.
Let me look.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just
It's the same exact logo.
they've just been doing the same logo since PS3.
It's just the same thing. Just
Different font.
changing the number.
Yeah, a little bit different font. And the PS5 logo is the same font as 3 is the only difference.
I don't know. I just expected more.
Aaron's disappointed face.
I am.
He's
I am disappointed.
okay.
Like, I guess you're right, but I guess I didn't want them to use the exact same
To
font.
be fair, there is somebody else that agrees with Aaron because the first video that pops up when I Google this is the new PS5 logo is what it looks like when a company gives up.
Oh God, it's just so overreactionary though. Like,
Yeah, I
you
agree with
really
you,
think
Cody.
the system's gonna suck because they didn't put work into the logo?
Yeah,
I
they
mean,
give
no.
up. The whole
I'd rather they
system sucks.
devote resources to the system and not the
Sure.
logo.
Sure.
Personally,
They're like,
Or,
okay,
like,
here's
the
our
system
piece of
looking cool,
garbage
too.
system, but
But
look
so-
at the
as long as it's
logo.
not a shoebox like the new Xbox is, like I'm okay with it.
The new
'Cause that
Xbox
shoebox
is like the
ugly.
box that I thought the console would come in.
That's a good point.
That is a
it's
good
ugly
point.
as shit.
Yeah, it really is.
It's awful. But
I get it though. Microsoft is like, oh yeah, we need to make something that feels more like a PC.
Oh my god, marketing idea, Fucking when you sell the Xbox, right? Make the box look exactly like the unit. Like,
so then you open the
identical.
box and it looks exactly the same.
Yeah,
when
you just
open it
pull
up.
out the Xbox. Or some
That's
people go
hilarious.
home and think that they're just like, where do I plug this in? It's hard. What?
there's no port to plug it into.
Yeah,
What do I do?
put absolutely no writing on there either.
Just make it look identical to the fucking box.
That's a good idea. I like that.
I mean, it's a horrible idea, but it's also hilarious.
Oh yeah, it's hilarious. Travis should be head of marketing for Xbox.
Oh, definitely. Microsoft, just give all your stuff to Travis.
All the money to Travis. Let
Give
him
me
market
all your
it.
money. By the way, we're promoting Howie Games from now on 24/7. Thank you, Microsoft.
By the way, every Xbox has Howie Games engraved on the front.
Howie Games Edition.
As soon as you boot up the Xbox, it takes you to his channel.
Immediately
Nice.
boots up YouTube and takes him to the channel.
And it's not engraved. It's just drawn on with crayon.
Crayon.
That's more, that's
that's
more your
about right.
brand.
Yeah.
That's your brand. Yeah.
That's my
And
branding.
it's made in China, so it's probably actually built by children. So.
And there's lead in the crayon, but
So so everybody wins. So I think you can rest easy, Aaron. I think the system's gonna be fine, even if the logo is not cool.
I'm
Well, I
curious
mean,
to
I
see
think the
because
logo looks
I've
just
seen
fine.
pictures of the dev kit, and the dev kit looks fucking weird, but they
the
always look
vacuum
weird.
cleaner.
Yeah, I guess it does kind of look like a vacuum cleaner. But you can't judge anything by those dev kits because they put like zero thought into them. None. They're just like, there's just
no-
the hardware. Who cares?
Right.
Yeah, there's no actual aesthetics going into that. They're just like, here, make something with this, please.
Yeah.
I was just so surprised everybody cared so much about the freaking logo. I haven't thought about the logo other
and me
than that
both.
original PlayStation logo.
Yeah, like, I mean, other than trying to sell me something new, the logo matters absolutely none to me when I like something already.
Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah.
The marketing only matters to me if I don't know what it is.
Yeah.
Yes.
But like
Agreed.
PS5, I'm getting it.
Okay.
The logo could be a guy shitting in someone else's mouth, and I'm
That'd
getting
probably
the system.
sell it better.
Probably. That'd be interesting.
Speaking of
And
marketing,
surprisingly, instead of me getting 2 like we usually do,
You're gonna get 4.
probably only going to get 1
why?
because
He's a loser.
we don't really need multiple.
Do you? Don't you though?
I think you
We'll
do.
get 1 for the main room, and that's pretty much it.
2 though. Because what if you guys want to play something with me on PlayStation 5?
Well, that's okay. You're building your computer.
No, but what if we want to play it on PlayStation 5?
Well, most of the things that are going to be out on PS5 that are going to be multiplayer are going to also be on PC.
But what if we want to play on PlayStation 5?
I don't know.
That's fine. You only buy 1, you big loser.
It is kind of like once you have PCs, it is kind of hard to invest in that many consoles. Like, I still want a console, but like buying multiples, it's like we could just play on our computers because we already have those.
Yeah. And gaming is cheaper on PC because everything goes on sale
you have
immediately.
2 PCs, though.
Yeah.
So, like, I'm still buying 2 consoles.
Well, and
me and
then
Jess.
yeah. Well, and like
I
me and
totally
Alicia
get that.
both have 2 PCs. Well, she has a laptop, but it's an
You
Asus.
both have 2 PCs?
Yeah, we both have 6.
You have 4 PCs?
You have 4 PCs?
Because
We
that's how
have
math works?
27. We have 7.
We have, our whole house is just PCs.
I live in a PC.
We have a 1950s style supercomputer.
Oh, I want that as my PC. Just one whole room is the computer. That'd be
Could you
amazing.
It's like-
imagine
so
how much fucking power that would be today if you
Too
built
much.
a computer?
A supercomputer the size of a room?
Yeah.
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 Too much.
Dude, you could run so much Crisis on that. Come on, Trev, I know you get that joke.
Yeah, I do. That
Good.
was the benchmark back in the day.
Yeah.
If you could run Crisis, your computer was neat.
But you are getting 1 then, right?
Oh, yeah.
Are you getting 1?
Oh, definitely.
I'm getting
Because I
one.
got to have something to play Final Fantasy VII Remake Part 2.
Here's the question: Are we gonna?
Right.
Is anybody gonna actually get an Xbox?
No.
No.
I made that mistake once.
I've never. It's
not gonna happen again.
So
I'm not okay. And
I
to
don't see
be
the
clear,
point anymore.
I'm not
agree.
getting. I'm not like hating on Xbox Ones. It just wasn't for me. It was a more of a media-based console, which coincidentally, that's all I use my PS4 is media-based content.
To be completely honest, PlayStation was a little more user-friendly.
Yeah, it was more user-friendly and it was more stable. Honest, because my Xbox One crashed a couple of times, and I was like, I don't know how I feel about this. And
well, I mean, they were bricking out of the box day one.
Yeah, that was a fluke, though. You know,
was it though? Because Xbox has like a history of just dying.
Yeah, I know, Red Ring of Death.
Yeah, and now people are talking that they're kind of scared that this one's going to have it too, because they're pushing it or whatever. I don't really pay that much attention to what they got going on, but I guess they're like rushing production on it.
Like they always do.
Think they're not ready
because they want to get it out before ready. PS4
they
or 5.
Always do that. Shouldn't they take a page out of Sony's book and like relax and have patience? And you see the success.
There's no one who's more chill than Nintendo, though.
Yeah.
Like the Switch comes out like a year after everything else comes out, and then it fucking sells so well. We cannot keep Switches in.
Yeah.
The first day, pretty much every single time we get a Switch out, just gone. Yeah. Every single time. Everyone's always asking for a Switch.
Yeah,
did you guys see Alienware is kifing the Switch idea?
What does kifing mean?
Stealing.
Oh, okay.
They are making a portable PC that looks exactly and functions exactly, even down to the Joy-Cons, like a Switch, but it's going to be a portable PC with Windows 10 on it. They announced that at CES this year.
How expensive is that going to be?
Yeah,
I had no idea. They haven't announced specs. They haven't announced anything. They just announced the idea.
I don't know how I feel about that, because most PC games you don't want to, because it's going to be Windows 10, so you can be playing PC games, but you have to use a controller.
Yeah, but their idea is that you can use your Steam on the go, for games that you want to.
That's a cool idea, I guess.
If they were really smart, they'd make it associated with a cellular network. That way you can literally play like online games anywhere, right? Because you'd have a cell network to connect to.
I think they actually did.
Well, then that was smart.
I'd have to watch it again, but they were like,
they're only doing it because I told them to.
Mm-hmm, yeah, exactly. They wouldn't have done it if you didn't say
But like legitimately, their whole idea was like make the entire gaming experience portable.
I mean, that's kind of where it's going, right?
Yeah. Everyone wants to do things on the go. I mean, I'm just as guilty as anyone else. That's the main reason why I have a Switch, is because I like being able to get, games wherever I want to. And
I thought that was cool. I like the idea of it more than the execution of it. Because when I had the Switch, I never used it. I just didn't care. I was like, oh, cool, I can take it with me. But like when I'm going somewhere, I'm not playing games. I'm doing stuff because I'm adulting.
Yeah. And
so
you know
like what? I never had an opportunity to use it. And then when I was at home, I'd be like, oh, cool, I can play on my TV. Or I could just use my PlayStation, which is better.
Yeah.
So,
well, yeah, I guess
most of the time when I end up playing.
Oh, go ahead.
No, when I end up playing is me and Jess are sitting in bed and she's watching something on TV and I'm playing the Switch.
Yeah.
It works out pretty well.
Yeah, but go ahead, Trev.
I guess you think about it from a nostalgia point of view, like when you'd go on road trips with mom and dad and fucking play Pokemon. Yeah. But you're the person driving now, because wives don't like to drive.
That's true. I am driving most of the time.
Yeah, wives do not like to drive. I've learned that.
Mine has to. You guys should get CTE. You'll never have to drive again.
Just get a smidgen of CTE.
Just get a little, just enough to get the headaches. You won't have to drive.
Sounds great.
Even then, like, I thought that'd be cool. But like, oh, cool, I can do it when we're going to Vegas. And then I just never did because I was talking to Jess.
Right.
Or doing whatever else. I'm like, oh, this is not for me. And then, like, even like you said, laying in bed, like we do that too. But I'll tell you, she'll be watching something on the laptop, and I'll be playing PlayStation.
Oh, gotcha.
So it's like the same thing. It's just
opposite.
Reversed.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's so it just wasn't for me. Yeah. I like the idea more than I actually like the thing.
Yeah.
I tell you, on plane rides though, it's pretty nice.
What?
Airplane rides? Pretty nice for that.
Oh yeah. I
never fly.
Yeah.
I rarely do.
Since living in Idaho.
Yeah, I don't think I'm ever gonna fly ever in my life ever.
Have you never gone on a plane?
Because there's no need to. I went on one when I was like 10.
Hey, Cody, you want to come visit? I'll buy a ticket.
Yeah. What?
Then want to come visit? I'll buy a plane ticket. Then you can fly.
I don't want to fly. Planes are dumb.
I mean, okay.
I'd rather walk.
I just want to fly.
I like planes.
All right.
Okay, we should wrap that up.
Oh, okay.
On that note, on that awful
Did
note.
you have a point, Travis?
No,
It
he
sounded
didn't.
like
He
had
never
a
has a
I
point.
never have a point.
You guys have an.
Fair enough.
Thanks for watching. If you like this video, like this video. You know,
Yeah.
it's a video that has a button on it that you could definitely like. And if you enjoyed the stuff, you could do the things.
Sponsored by Rain today.
No,
Sponsored. We have to give them
Oh,
credit where
Bang's
it's
gonna
due.
get mad. Bang's gonna get
We
mad.
have to give him credit. This is delicious.
It was good, but
Really
we
good.
both agreed beforehand.
It would have been
that
better as a bang.
It would have been much better as a bang.
Yeah, if it
Bang.
said bang on the cup. It'd be better.
Guys, get on it.
I love
Get on it,
when
okay?
Travis has strokes.
Which
And you
is
know
pretty
what?
often.
Bernie Sanders wouldn't start a war on Iran.
That's true.
That is true.
This is true facts right there.
Good job,
Big
Bernie.
old facts.
You crazy.
Big old facts.
You
We're just
crazy
waiting
old
for you to
man.
end it. We're just talking until you
Bernie
end it.
Sanders.
Big old facts.
Subscribe to this channel if you get a
Subscribe
chance.
to Bernie Sanders channel.
No, don't do that.
Do that.
Don't do that.
Rate 5 stars on Bernie Sandals podcast.
Sandals?
Sandals.
Bernie
Bernie
Sandals.
Sandals. That's when he goes.
That's another great
to
marketing
the.
idea.
That's when he goes to the beach.
Bernie Sandals. You have to end this, Aaron. We're off the rails.
We could actually. Next time I go to California, I'm going to go bring some sandals and some lighter fluid, and I'm going to take a picture.
Bernie
It's going to be great.
Bernie Sandals.
All right, you guys have a good week. We'll see you next one.
Bye.
Bye bye.